nice and relaxed. I'm on the living wage. I'm on the page of Living Wage Foundation supports, recognises and celebrates the leadership shown by living wage employers in the UK. We believe that work should be the surest way out of poverty. In London it's £8.55, the UK £7.45. Current minimum wage is £6.19. Dear God. £6.19. Right. For all the younger youth out there, I'm going back now 23 years. 23 years ago. If the bold Una is out there, it reminds me of a time when I was working at Gatwick Airport. It was 1990. Before I took a job in Royal Mail, as it was, I worked in Gatwick Airport, and always getting them bloody mixed up because I ended up working on both sides of the terminal. So the one that was nearest the train station in Gatwick, right? So the Gatwick train station, there was a place where there's a job centre there, and next to that there was a restaurant, and it was in the year 1990. I'd left in the January, so the game would have been October, November. I remember Paul Elliott scoring a goal, Mark Walters scoring a goal. We lost the final 2-1 to the Mankey Mob, and a month later I came back up again. Or was it that one? The month was October, the one in November. I get sacked in the one in November because I took a weekend off, and what it was, I'd started doing a job 4 on 4 off, doing a cleaning job in Gatwick Airport, and then the other person who was doing the other back shift left, so I said, okay, I'll do both the shifts. And he even tried to shaft me because of the wages, and I was like, no, it's a 4 on 4 off, you're paying me the fucking, I don't know how they try to work it with the shafting, but no, they said, you can only get a maximum of this for a week. But anyway, cut a long story short, they sacked me because I took, and when I hadn't even seen the boss. They were a contract cleaning company working on behalf of whoever, I can't even remember the name yet. They were based in Brighton. I only ever saw, it was an Asian boy, only saw him once, and I didn't get the job. And then out of the blue, about a week later, they phoned me and says, well listen, the person we started is finishing, can you start? It's like, aye, no problem. I went in there, and all I can remember, the wage at the time, it was far more than the £6. I was about £8. Because I was maybe even a bit more than that. I think it was about £9 actually, to be truthful, yeah. And it was the biggest doddle you've ever heard. I mean, it's almost as a doddle as what I'm doing now, sitting here watching the sky. And what I used to do is, I used to go up to the south terminal or the north terminal. Fuck knows, I can't remember whether one was the closest, but I used to go up and watch the TV. I used to lie in the big chairs and sofas. There was nobody about. This is 1990. Ended up seeing your man in the name of the father, Jerry Conlon. I remember jumping on the transit with him, smoking a joint, and him giving us a drink of his wine with a few of his homies as he was cutting about Gatwick. So I used to just cut about because the whole night shift scenario, it was an 11-hour shift, but the work was spread over the 11 hours, but I only had about 2 hours work in total per night. But you had to split it over, do it at different times, and you would knock it out, you would mop, you would clean, you would do the back area, and then you would do the kitchen part, and then you would, you would hoover the front part where all the screws would go with their fucking Uzis and guns and all that. Meantime, I'm smoking a bit of hash out in the back, down the fucking, next to the Winston Churchill suite, that's right next to the Winston fucking Churchill suite, dirty bastard. And it was the time in the August I'd started doing about, it would have been about the August, September, because it would have been about the September, I think I started September-ish. And I couldn't believe it because I'd left Glasgow just 9 months earlier, on a YTS scheme of 79 fucking pence per minute, per hour, per fucking minute, 79 pence per hour. I swear to God, that's what I was on as a YTS. That's the way I worked it out as. You're working fucking over 40 hours a week, and you were getting $29.50 a fucking week. That's Thatcher's Britain. Fucking bastard. So, and just when I turned 16, I'd signed on the brew, and then they brought in the legislation that by the September that if you were between 16 and 18, you couldn't sign on till you were 18 because there was meant to be a job or a training course there for you. And just by luck I got into it because there was a whole flood in the September when I finally got a job in a mechanic's place, doing a yoppers as a mechanic. Fucking 79 pence an hour. Bastards. And as I say, I walked down to jobs down there in England where I was earning more than that in one night. And the first time I walked into a job centre, I was offered a job as a night porter for over £40 a night. That was more in one night sitting as a fucking night porter than what I got in a full week. That's Thatcher's Britain for you, the disparity in fucking living conditions. So what the reason why I'm recalling all this back, the fucking wage I got for doing jack shit, cleaning the fucking terminal part with all the screws, the restaurant, I get subsidised meal, so I get nice cheap food, and the fucking the chef at the time, me and him used to have a joint out the back. We were actually watching I actually patted old Richard Branson on the back. I was stood there with my Select tap, and I gave him a mad tap in the back when he was doing a TV interview on bringing the Iraqi. Remember that time he went in and fucking brought all the hostages out? As I say, 1990, the war had kicked off there. The first war, Saddam invaded Kuwait in August that year, and then the whole thing about the hostages, bring them out before the fucking war. So September, October, I remember patting that miserable bastard in the back and going, "Well done, Richard, for getting the people out." And the fucking miserable bastard just looked at me as if I was some fucking scumbag for Glasgow, which it wasn't far wrong, that I mean. I was sitting there in the Glasgow's green and white, get it, fucking up them. I was and while they were doing the interview, I'm bouncing all the back, you know, you see people do that, try to fucking, "Hi mum, it's me," and all that. So, and I was actually phoning my mum. I heard Connie fucking CVC the news. It wasn't a case of tape Sky and see if I've got it, it was just a case of watching news, I might be on it. And then I was bouncing up the terminal. Obviously I never had Sky, but I was bounced up the terminal later on to see if the news was on, the Sky news, I could see me. Because as I said, they were doing the interviews with all these people they were bringing back, and I'm bouncing about. Fucking yes. Fucking Tommy G in the area, you cunts. Free the people. Somebody phoned in, has anybody phoned in? I don't know, I'm lying back here just fucking just getting down here, I don't need to check. I've got a habit of no checking things here. Anybody phone? Nobody phone? They do want to talk to me. I care not a fucking jot. You know, I'm just a bit capable of talking flannel juice and gibberish. We'll get a caller on soon. What time is it? It's only 1:27. 1:27, fuck's sake. Shout out to everybody out there. Right, I've pulled up, I've finally, there's an annual report there. Have I got it? Okay, oh, it's no fucking working here. I'm trying to get it up, but I can't. I don't know what's going down here, honestly. Aye, so I was on £9 an hour working in a terminal in Gatwick Airport. £9 an hour. And they're giving people here, they can't even give people, I mean, £6 an hour. £6 a fucking hour. 40 hours. It's only £240 fucking pound. I bet you a lot of them are on about 30-hour contracts as well. They're not even beyond 40-hour contracts. It's an absolute joke if you ask me, I tell you. It's a joke what Celtic are trying to do. So the UK's minimum wage £7.45. London living wage, current living wage, with the Living Wage Foundation in the UK £7.45. See these politicians, I mean, they put their name to anything. I'm just reading that one there. Our work employers, living wage employers. They're looking at, let's see, I'm going to click on here and we'll get probably of living wage employers. Just looking at these mad Bosnians here, fucking going tonto, qualify for the first World Cup. There we go, here we go, we've got a list here. Celtic can join this Noble List. Action Aid, well, let's see, we'll take that Noble List down, but there's a list of companies, at least are doing a decent fucking thing. Action Aid, and the wee candle with the wire in it, is that, what's that? I can't remember the name of that aid company or whatever it is. Bart's Health, NHS, what's this? Birmingham City Council, CAFOD, the Clifford Chance, Deloitte, Dyslexia Action, ICA EU, Lloyds, Lush, National Literacy Trust, NCVO, PwC, that's PricewaterhouseCoopers, Slaughter and May, St Paul's Cathedral, TUC, UNICEF, University of Huddersfield, White and Case, KBC, 2020, Business Insight, Space Station, Self Storage, Abacus Care, Accenture, ACE, Advanced Engineering, Vantage, Age UK, Kensington, Chelsea, Camden, Age UK, Aquaterra. Well, there's a fucking whole load here, I'm not going through all this cash. Now, well, there's a good few here, and a lot of them in London. There's no notable ones sitting up. I mean, it's a list that Celtic should be on. Oh, for goodness sake. You know, I'm going to have to go get a wee bit of toast and a wee bit of espresso, you know that? Because I'm going to phone a radio station. I've not phoned a radio station in a while. My phone talks shite. I've got some credit on there. We could phone talk shite, or let's see what they're talking about. A bit of interaction with other radio shows is called for, possibly. Or numbers, any numbers you want me to dial, if you want me to phone anywhere. We could phone the old haunts in the USA, we can go on the cannabis farms. I mean, there's no many businesses we can go hard. We can phone the stripperoonies, we can phone the whorehouses, we can go and get Flavour on, we can go and see if Stephanie's wanting to toss a Mexican Fangita into the fire. Is she willing to take a hit for the Green Brigade? Right, so I'm going to have to get an espresso here because I never started the show with one. I thought I was alright, we'll go for it, we'll dive in if we need some halfway through. So I think we're hitting the halfway point. We need a wee kickstart, a wee jolt. So it's time for you to roll your joints, go for a wee walk, put a wee kettle on, a coffee. You can phone in, anybody, this show is for you. I'm just sitting here because I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid the minimum wage, the living wage, yes. I'm on the living wage here. It's £7 an hour, yes. Living wages are us. We love the living wage. This is, anybody who wants to come work for me, I will pay you the living wage. I will pay you the living wage of London, even up here in Glasgow, £8.50. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Anybody want to work for me, I'll give you £8.50. If you're a sales advisor, if you're hard on your luck and you're wanting to come in, we want you to sell advertising space. If you're a sales advisor and can sell sand to Arabs and ice to Eskimos, then there's a position here for you. I'll pay you £8.50 an hour. There'll be a bonus structure. We'll provide our own CRACKPOT health insurance. Yes. We'll provide a first aid kit. And Right.